The Flawless First Impressions of Perricone MD No Makeup Foundation, this one right here. And if you want to hear my thoughts on someone with oily skin, big pores, please keep on watching. Okay guys, so I just did my eyebrows and I haven't done anything else. I'm gonna put some primer for my face, and the primer that I'm gonna use is gonna be the Hourglass Veil. So that's one of the good ones I have. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay guys, so I already put my primer, and here is the foundation. This is a Perricone MD No Makeup. This one right here. And the color that I'm using is golden. I have melasma, so I don't know if you can see the sides right here, and here is where I have my melasma. I have a little bit right here, and a little bit here on my nose. So usually I wear things that are very I don't have a lot of pimples. I have a little like right there, just a little something, but usually I don't suffer from acne. I don't have any acne on my face. So usually the foundations that I use are foundations that are a little thicker in order to cover my melasma. So I usually use just like correctors in order to correct those parts, and then I put a foundation. So I was just wanting to have something lighter. Right now with the COVID, I wear a mask, and I don't want to be wearing a lot of the thick foundations because you have the mask and you don't want to be wearing something thick. So I said, well, let me just try this Perricone MD. I found this, believe it or not, at Marshall's. So I said, well, let me just see what it's about, and I'm about to try it. It has a little pump, which is really different. So I have this little metal palette. I'm gonna put a little bit right there. And I'm gonna start with that much. It's a little runny. I don't know if you see the consistency. I'm just gonna put a few little dots from here. Just gonna do it right there. And I'm gonna mix it up. So it's super, super, super light. Like very, very light. And this color is perfect for my skin color. Okay, let me put on the other side. And I think this is type of foundation. This is very airy. It's no makeup. It's not like you're wearing loads and loads of makeup. This is when you just want to go to the store or the beach where you don't want to have like tons of makeup. Okay, I decided to change my brush, and I'm going to use this Cover FX. And I'm going to put a few little more pumps. I'm going to build it up. You can still see it. My melasma. And this is where I have the issues. So I'm going to put a little more where I have the issues, which is here, like right there, the places where I have my melasma. So I'm going to use this one, and this is the Cover FX. And I'm building it up. I'm kind of stippling a little bit instead of sweeping, because I don't want it to waste it. I'm going to put a little bit on the other side. There's the area right there where I have my melasma. Put a little bit here. The color is impeccable. It's perfect for my complexion. It's golden. That's a second layer, and this is like a first layer on this side. So you can still see my melasma there. It's kind of like a serum. This is just if you want a little bit of glow, I think. Okay, it has a little bit of like a tackiness to it. Again, I'm not gonna cover the melasma because I don't want to put anything on top of it. I could have like covered it. You know what? Let me do that. Let me cover it just on this side and see. Okay, the only thing that I have is this Vizart. So I'm gonna use this one right now. And I'm gonna color correct a little bit. I should have done that before. I just wanna see it on this side. Just color correct a little bit with this like a bisque color. I don't know if you see it a little red. and that's just color correcting the darkness. Now I'm gonna put just a little bit. On this side. And like I said, this is it's like a serum. It's very, it's kind of like a jelly. I wanna see if next time I use it, if I color correct first because of my melasma. And like I said, the reason I have melasma is because of the sun. Being olive, it just, you get that. And I'm trying not to tan my face anymore. So, yeah, that made a difference. I don't know if you can see that this one on this side. Let me put it from close. Okay, this is the one that I didn't correct. And you can see my melasma on this side. And this is the one that I corrected. So it covered a little more. Okay, let me correct on this side so to see what happens. So I color corrected right there. And I'm stippling. I don't want to sweep because I want it to stay there and let it kind of grab to it, to my skin. I don't want to use a beauty blender because I feel like the beauty blender is going to take more. And this is already sheer. And this is what it looks like. I don't know if you can see, but it took away the a little bit of the melasma that I have. But at the end of the day, this is all very sheer because I don't have any issues here. It's mostly like here, like right here and here. But the rest of my face is clear, so it's very, very forgiving. It's very watery. And again, this is super good if you don't want to put a lot of, like I said, if you're gonna go to a place, a beach or something where you don't want to be wearing a lot of the makeup. This is very forgiving. It's just kind of covering a little bit of, kind of making it better, your skin. And it's a little tacky. Okay guys, so this is what I have so far. Let me put a little bit of the concealer and I want to see how this is going to work with the concealer. Again, I'm going to color correct because I have dark circles. I'm going to use my holy grail, which is a Becca corrector in the color medium. Just to get a little bit of the veins and stuff that I have on my eyes, the darkness. So let me use a concealer that is very watery or something not too heavy. Or I'm just gonna put a little bit of it since I don't want to have a lot. Like I said, I'm seeing through here, and you're seeing, you know, I just want my skin to look better than what it is, but not with a thick, full of foundation. Okay, I'm gonna use a combination of these two, which is a Tarte, is a little too light, and this one is a little too dark, so I'm just gonna put a little dot of each one. Just a little bit, and I'm gonna put, I have redness. One is too dark and the other one is too light. Just want a little bit of highlight right there. You see? Very, very little. These parts here, my face are very dark. Like right here, my smile lines. I guess because I have mature skin, I don't have younger skin. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this one right here and just kind of set it. It seems like this here took some of the foundation right now. Let me see. Yeah, I won't be able to use a beauty blender or anything too watery because it's gonna take away, it took away some of my foundation. Let me put a little more, took some up right there. So I can use the beauty blender because the water just kind of soaked all the foundation. And I'm stippling, I'm not sweeping because I don't want to have like lines. So I can't use a beauty blender there. It took away all the foundation. Another trick that I found out that I learned was when you're doing your highlighting, just kind of put it a little bit and let it sit there a little bit so that way it can kind of bake the concealer, whatever you have, and then come back a few minutes later because when you put it, it's still very watery. So come back and then try to do it, and it's gonna stick a little more. It's gonna give you better, I think, better coverage. So next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna contour. I'm gonna use this bronzer right here from Fenty, and the color is Macchiato. It's a cream one too, so I'm sticking with the creams. Now I'm gonna do it right there. Put a little bit here. I'm also gonna put right there. I don't contour here too much because my forehead is very small, so I literally never put anything in here because this here, I don't know if you can see it's very, very small. But this is kind of what it looks like. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put another cream, which is going to be a blush. And one of the ones that I've been loving is this, the Vibrancy from Josie Maran, and it's this little palette. I've been loving this. So I'm just gonna use this one here, since I already did my bronzing. I'm not gonna use that one. I'm just gonna leave what I have, and I'm just gonna, I don't want to have like tons of makeup, and it's just beautiful. It's very light, it's creamy, and again I put my blushes, I put them like literally right here because my brow, my cheekbone is like right there. Right here is my cheekbone. A lot of people have it here. Mine is like literally right there. And then what I've been doing is same color. I've been putting some on the tip of my nose just to make me look alive. And I put some like right there. I'm kind of making a V. And I'm gonna put some here. This is all cream. And because I have oily skin, I'm gonna have to set everything. If not, everything is gonna fall down. I'm gonna use this Pat McGrath, and this is for under the eyes. And I'm just gonna put a little bit. And you see how, like, from everything. So I'm going to smudge that, and then I'm gonna put some of that. I'm gonna pat it, and I'm looking down in order to catch any of my wrinkles. And she's from Australia, so I had to literally have to ship this one from Australia, but I'm just loving this. Second time, first time I drop half of it. Don't sweep, I'm just gonna tap, because then you're gonna have, you're gonna take some of that product that you have on already. No baking, bake, and it's gonna bring more layers of your powder. Since I have oily skin, I have to set everything. I'm gonna bring a little bit of the glow, and I'm gonna use this from Glowgasm from Charlotte Tilbury. This one right here. And what I'm gonna do is just to bring back a little bit of the glow. This one is like one of my favorite ones because it's very subtle, but the glow that gives you is like, I don't know if you can see it. I'm gonna put here on my nose. I'm gonna use a little bit of bronzer. I'm gonna do this Pretty Vulgar, and I'm gonna do my nose. I'm tapping, and I'm kind of doing it from my nose all the way down. Always put a little bit here and a little bit here. So I'm gonna use this Cover FX. Tap just a little bit. Put a little bit on my nose. Use my little finger. And if you can see it, I can't put too much of it. I'm gonna put a little bit on my temples. Put a little bit of the same. I'm gonna use the same one from Pretty Vulgar, the bronzer. I'm gonna put it on my eyes. So this will give it a little bit of life. I love putting bronzers on my eyes because it just makes it, just gives it life. I'm gonna use this Pure. And this is all bronzers in 3 different colors. This is it. And I'm gonna use the white one, and I'm gonna put it in the middle of my eye with my finger. This, I can use it as an eyeshadow. So let me put some mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, one of the things that I always do is I usually just diffuse my everything that I have on my face at the end of my makeup, just to kind of make sure that everything is together. So I'm just gonna buff this a little bit. Like I said, you can still see some of the foundation, my melasma peeking through it, but it's fine. All I wanted was just something very airy and not too much of it. Let me get it from close so y'all can see it. Like I said, it's a very subtle glow. So you can still see my melasma right there, and some on the other side. But I think it came out really good. Okay guys, so what's the conclusion on the foundation? This is the next time that I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna change the way I do it, because I put the foundation, then I cover my melasma, then I put the foundation again. So next time that I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna do the correcting first, and I'm gonna do the areas where I correct, which is on the sides and kind of the little areas, and then I'm gonna put the foundation. Like I said, if I just went without it, I would have to have perfect skin, like literally, and I don't have melasma. Again guys, thank you for watching my videos.